When we think of angels, we naturally think of heavenly beings, with halos wearing white, sporting beautiful wings, living in the clouds. All that. But what about the angels who disobey and betray God? Consumed by darkness, these powerful beings succumbed to evil and brought nothing but suffering and death. Here are our top 5 angels who fell from heaven. Before we jump into this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Audible. Audible is the world's leading provider for audiobooks, and it's all located in one place. From the likes of memoirs to best-selling fiction novels and even motivational books, Audible has everything you could possibly need. A few of my favorites are available to listen to, including Sense and Sensibility, which is performed by Rosamund Pike. Who doesn't want that? And of course, The Price of Salt, which is one of my absolute favorites of all time. However, Audible doesn't just offer audiobooks, they also offer podcasts from top creators around the world. As an Audible member, you will receive 1 credit every single month that allows you to download any title in the premium section, including bestsellers and new releases. And better yet, you get to keep these titles forever in your Audible library, which, might I add, is conveniently placed in one app. You can also listen to all your downloads offline, allowing you to take your content to the gym, on a road trip, or even just to listen to before you go to sleep. You can take Audible with you wherever you go. New members of Audible will get to try out all the site has to offer for 30 days free of charge, so make sure to click the link in our description and go check out Audible. All you have to do is visit audible.com/top5 or text top 5 to 500 500. Let me know what you're listening to in the comments down below. I'll see you there. Coming in at number 5, we have Samyaza. Demonic entities on their own are scary enough, but can you imagine the guy who led a whole army of them? In the Book of Enoch, an ancient apocalyptic religious text, we see the rise and fall of Samyaza. He stood at the head of a powerful army of angelic beings called the Watchers. As son of God, they were sent to Earth to watch over the humans. The catch, however, is that they were strictly forbidden to interact with us mere mortals. With Samyaza as their leader, he was given God's full trust to fulfill their duties. Things didn't exactly go as planned, and the earth was almost destroyed because of it. The Watchers, realizing how beautiful the daughters of men were, couldn't keep it in their pants and decided to select wives to bear their children. Samyaza at first condemned these actions, saying the consequences simply weren't worth it. However, he gave into lust and was persuaded to join them in the seduction of women, breaking the one rule given by God. This could be seen as the ultimate betrayal. Cue the almost end of the world. It is said that the women gave birth to unimaginable creatures, bloodthirsty giants who turned on mankind to devour their flesh, leaving the earth on the brink of destruction. To return order to humanity, God sent down the archangels and condemned Samyaza into the fiery depths of the earth to burn for eternity in hell. Before we jump into number 4, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. Coming in at number 4, we have Gadreel. In the 4th spot is Gadreel, a fallen angel who's said to be the source of death for many humans, according to the Book of Enoch. Traditionally, in the Bible, the story of Adam and Eve shows Satan as a serpent, who seduces Eve into eating the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. However, in the Book of Enoch, it's actually Gadreel who appears as the snake, screwing over mankind for eternity. As if that wasn't enough, Gadreel is also said to have brought war to the earth. He provided deadly weapons and armor, as well as showed the people how to kill one another. Gadreel may have been an angel, but he's regarded as a demon of war, who is responsible for suffering and, of course, lots of death. Coming in at number 3, we have Abaddon. Known as the Destroyer, the Angel of Abyss, and the Angel of Death, Abaddon had a hand in the most brutal and horrifying events to ever curse the earth in the Bible. Abaddon's presence is ambiguous and minimal in the Old Testament, being introduced in Revelations, which is arguably the scariest book in the Bible. In the book of Revelation, 7 trumpets sounded to cue apocalyptic events to be unleashed upon Earth. The first trumpet brings devastation to the earth, burning up the plants, trees, and grasses. The second trumpet is aimed towards the seas, turning 1/3 of the water into blood, killing 1/3 of the ocean's creatures and leaving 1/3 of the ships destroyed. The third trumpet deploys a great star called wormwood upon the earth, poisoning 1/3 of the planet's fresh water. like rivers and lakes. The fourth trumpet attacks the sky, bringing darkness to the third of the sun, stars and moons. God pauses the great tribulation, giving warning to all of the destruction to come. The next trumpet is the first direct attack on man, and Abaddon is at the helm of it. As the fifth trumpet sounds, a star falls from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit. As the abyss opens, smoke rises and brings darkness to the air. Out of the smoke comes a sea of locusts unleashed by Abaddon to torment men with their scorpion-like tails. The worst part is that they were not to kill man, but simply torture them for 5 months. Only those with the seal of God on their foreheads were safe. Abaddon is quite ambiguous in the Bible and other religious texts. He is also regarded as a place of unimaginable suffering. One thing that is consistent, however, is that he is the bringer of death and destruction. Coming in at number 2 is the terrifying Leviathan. Its fallen form is a combination of serpentine and a dragon-like appearance. Whether Leviathan is a beast, a demon, or an evil angel varies in the different religious texts. So for the sake of this video, we're classifying this monstrosity as a fallen angel. Leviathan's appearance is depicted differently according to each religion, however, it's also regarded as a massive sea monster. In some variations, it's shown with multiple heads, razor-sharp claws, menacing teeth with body armor made of scales, and even the ability to breathe fire. Its mouth, sometimes referred to as Hellmouth, is often shown as the entrance to hell. It kind of makes being swallowed up by Moby Dick sound like a walk in the park. And for those who know me, being swallowed by a whale is quite literally my biggest fear. And these are facts. It's so irrational. It's so irrational. In some theories, Leviathan is considered one of the princes of hell, representing the sin of envy. It also appears in the Book of Enoch, describing Leviathan as a female monster who rules over the abyss of the deep seas. Fallen angel or not, the Leviathan is a beast you do not want to encounter. And lastly, coming in at number 1, we have Lucifer, of course. He was the first fallen angel. He's the most infamous, the personification of all that is evil, and also sometimes known as Satan himself. How could we not put Lucifer in the top spot? In Christianity, many people believe that the devil was once a beautiful angel named Lucifer, who rebelled from God and fell from grace. Lucifer was living the high life in heaven, but became overly impressed with his own beauty, power, and intelligence. His ego made him develop feelings of envy and greed, making him resentful and desiring the same glory that belonged to God, cueing the damnation of Lucifer. He was banished from the kingdom of God, and in Luke 10:18 in the New Testament, Jesus says that he saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Becoming what was known as the devil or Satan, Lucifer was the leader of the other fallen angels who were expelled from heaven. Lucifer is said to have brought sin to earth. Satan appeared as a serpent in the Garden of Eden and seduced Eve into eating forbidden fruit, thus damning mankind into an eternity of sin. Thanks a lot, Satan. Although I like sinning, I will say that. I love a good sin. Although the devil isn't explicitly described in the Bible, he's often depicted as a beastly demon. With big horns on his head and massive wings, he's essentially what you picture when you think of the word evil. He is the king of hell, a place of never-ending torment, the home to demons and the gnashing of teeth. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? What fallen angel scares you the most? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 scary demons in video games. Kathy Warner said, you know we need the Dark Queen as a final boss. Look, if I'm a final boss, no one is winning the game. You're lucky I'm not in a video game. I'm too powerful. Hikari no Yami said, I just realized how much I like this woman's accent. I could fall asleep to this. I fall asleep to it every night, just talk to myself, you know, like, what up? Go to sleep, and then I sing myself a bedtime song. Just kidding. I mean, my voice, I guess, is nice to those who don't have my voice, you know? My voice, I've had it for 28 years and counting, so just, you know, it bugs me. I hate the sound of my own voice. Just kidding, I actually quite like it. Sometimes I just watch my own videos for fun. Matthew Boyajian said, please do top 5 dark pictures anthology theories. Maybe one day, that's a good idea. Is there a new game coming out? If there is, maybe. I didn't play Little Hope. I need to. Cora Rogers said, hear me out, Lucy. Top 5 favorite horror movies, but only your favorites. I mean, is anyone gonna care? I'm pretty open about my favorite horror movies. Kyle Bagil said, not sure Lady D is a demon, but go on. She isn't. I just used her in the thumb because I like her and I want her to step on me. So that's why she's there. She's a demon if you pretend she's a demon, you know? Anyone can be a demon if you try hard enough. Like, I'm a demon, but I'm human. but a demon in my mind. So there we go. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you later.